Thank you, Jacobo. Thank you, Isfandyar. Thank you, fellow panelists, dear participants, and also British and international colleagues at this forum. First and foremost, on behalf of my director, Mr. Akmal Ortikov, I would like to apologize that he isn't able to participate because he has some urgent commitments in terms of participating in official visit of the president in Fergana region. My intervention today will be based on giving an overall policy level and strategy for privatization in 21-22, and then also on stopping by shortly on UzAssets investment company and its goals and objectives. First of all, dear participants, allow me please to share with you the prospects for management and privatization of state-owned enterprises in the Republic of Uzbekistan. I have slides here, and here you see that that privatization is one of the drivers, one of the probably main drivers of economic development in our country, based on the priorities defined by the President of the Republic of Uzbekistan in his recent address to Oli Majlis, our parliament, and also the people of the Republic of Uzbekistan. Our agency has set certain tasks to reduce the number of state-owned enterprises and effectively selling state assets. And here, to ensure our objectives, we have three main priority areas or key targets. First, we understand that the number of state-owned enterprises in 2021-22 have to be reduced by at least threefold. At the moment, we have about 2,800 state-owned enterprises, which make up 55% of GDP or 46% of state budget. In particular, 1,319 state-owned enterprises will be put up for sale, and we're expecting to sell about 1,100 of them. For example, such enterprises as Fergana Azot, Dehkanabad Potash Fertilizer Plant. Jacob already mentioned that we have Coca-Cola bottling company, the local one, Beldersai, Charvak Sanatorium, some of the larger state properties, and then Ichankala and Hyatt Regency hotels. Poytakhт Business Center, and furthermore, President mentioned 83 large enterprises, for instance, of alcohol production plants, oil, fat production facilities. Now, secondly, to ensure the investment attractiveness of state-owned enterprises, we need to take decisive measures to transform them and improve their efficiency and operations. So in 2020, we launched the implementation of a transformation program of all state-owned enterprises. In particular, we are overseeing the process of transformation of 22 large enterprises, and we look at developing their business plans and envisioning their financial audits, improvements in the operational efficiency, and also optimizing their budgets in 21. And in addition, we have such large enterprises like Navoy Mining Metallurgical Plant, Uzbek-Neftegas, Uzbek Hydroenergo, Autosanoat, that will be able to enter international financial markets and raise funds without state sovereign guarantees. Now, one of the main factors also for increasing the efficiency of state-owned enterprises is considered to be effective functioning of supervisory boards of our companies, or as they call boards of directors, consisting of experienced professional personnel, including independent members. So we were looking at this as well, and we look up and engage with the international financial institutions like World Bank, Asian Development Bank, to attract international consultants and experts, and also attract advisory firms from Big Four, McKinsey, BCG, and other reputable firms that will be able to help us in this objective. Third, but not least, is we're looking to implement and reform that our reform envisages this year is to create the appropriate legal and regulatory framework. In particular, we expect to the adoption of three important pieces of legislation, if you allow me to stop by quickly. On privatization, this draft law was prepared by the agency in cooperation with EBRD, KPMG, Nestor Advisor, and the law clearly defines and gives the mandate for state bodies, in particular our agency, on privatization issues, on specifics of our privatization program, certain enterprises, and other important aspects of privatization process. Second important piece of legislation is on management of state property. This was also prepared with the support of EBRD, KPMG, and Nestor Advisor, our consultants. And this law defines the mandate of state bodies and our agency on corporate governance, transformation, liquidation of state enterprises, and then property management procedures. And third, but not least, on insolvency. Again, this was based on international experience. We looked up at the experience of Japan, other countries, United States, and plus recommendations of the World Bank to introduce this new regulatory practices in insolvency of individuals. Now, if you allow me also to stop by UzAssets investment company, many people ask us what is the objective of UzAssets. SAMA is our parent agency created UzAssets to create an additional instrument that would help prepare large-scale state-owned enterprises, medium to larger enterprises, and UzAssets would be a sort of a laboratory that would allow to accumulate international experience through deals and with focus on deals, but also with sort of international standards, and that will be sort of a gateway for investment intermediaries, for audit firms, that would be we would be on the same page with them on and sort of create an environment where they would be comfortable in terms of entering the Uzbek market. The number of assets that were transferred to us at the moment is 6. You see them on the screen. The idea is that we work with them in terms of making proper analysis, benchmarking their financial performances, etc., and increasing their competitiveness. As I said, at UzAssets, we are focused on deals, and at the moment, we're still in preparation process. A lot of our partners, external partners, international partners, they are all in expectation of the privatization program, but I want to ensure all of our partners and business entities and investment banks and auditing firms is that there should be no doubt that privatization will take place. It is true that the preparation process is taking longer than we expected, but as I said, there will be deals and there will be success stories. We expect them this year. In terms of sale process, probably I will not say something new, especially to seasoned M&A professionals that are watching us now, but just to demonstrate to you that we are aware of steps that we need to take, especially with recent experiences in terms of sale. For instance, Coca-Cola bottling company, where we have G and Rothschild and Denton's, etc. So we are going through familiar, let's say, process of mergers and acquisitions, where we prepare RFPs and conduct certain pre-sale analysis of enterprise and also pre-sale preparation of enterprise. We do face certain challenges, but at least our experience in this process is growing, and we expect to have more of the same in coming year. Specifically, UzAssets' approach to work and how we believe we could be more sort of closer to our international partners. We are closely monitoring our assets and analyzing our SOEs. We do urge also ourselves and our personnel, and also the personnel at our assets, to be more open and transparent. There are some problems with obtaining the right information that we hear from our international partners, where we're looking at making all the information public, their financial auditing reports, KPIs, etc., and engaging in Q&A sessions with investors. In terms of corporate governance, as I mentioned earlier, SAMA's overall objective, and as if we base our work, we should on Presidential Decree 1696, up to 30% of state-owned enterprises, the boards will be filled with independent directors, and that will also increase the transparency and also trustworthiness of investors in their internal practices. And also we are now discussing daily, I would say, with a lot of intermediaries, consulting firms, Big Four, professional capital market participants, and also the agency. Capital Markets Development Agency is facilitating this process for us to be more closer to intermediaries so that they better prepare us for the process of preparing companies for the deals. Again, as I said, with the focus on deals. So that, in short, is my intervention. And if there are any questions from our colleagues and everybody who is watching us, I'll be ready to give responses here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mukhamatkulov.